Hey guys, it's Kyle, and in this video, I want to go over 5 reasons why real estate is still one of the best investments, even with the advent of the NFT boom, meme stocks making a mockery of the stock market and Wall Street, with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies going on a wild ride recently, and with real estate being at an all-time high and record home sales in some areas since the pandemic. I want to make sure you stay to the end of this video because there are 5 good reasons in this video why real estate is one of the best investments. But before we go into that, please take 1 second, it's not going to cost you anything, and go down and smash the like button so it turns blue. It would help the YouTube algorithm. I would appreciate it very much. As well as subscribe if you would consider it. And if you have not done so already, hit the notification bell so you will get notifications every time I post a new video. Also, if you're on Instagram and Twitter, you might as well follow me on there as well. I post there pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it, go ahead. And down below, there are links to a few things that are my affiliate links where you can get some free stocks and free crypto. So go to the end after this video and check those out. Okay, so the number 1 and very important reason why I believe real estate is one of the best investments is leverage. The thing about leverage is this. With most assets like stocks, with cryptocurrency, with other assets that you need to buy, you most likely need to buy them in full. Unless you know what you're doing and you want to try to long a position or something like that and use leverage. But in most cases, you're buying the whole asset. Now, in real estate, it's one of the main asset classes where it's favorable, it's very common to use leverage to purchase it, such as a mortgage. So there are in some cases, and now is the time where there has been loosened up rules in regards to lending. Since the 2008 housing crash, the lending industry as a whole has tightened up a lot of their restrictions. However, that has been loosened up, and there are programs such as FHA where you put 3.5% down, 5% conventional down payments. So, in what this in regards to is your down payment for a purchase of the house. So, for instance, if you're purchasing a $700,000 house, let's take an example of a $700,000 condo in some places like New York City. That's a small 1-bed or studio, or in other places of the world, that's a large house. But if you're a first-time home buyer and you can put down and you do not have another FHA loan, which is a federally backed loan that you can use as you have one purchase that you can use as an FHA purchase for your primary residence. Now, you can put down a 3.5% down payment. So for instance, on a $700,000 place, that is $24,500. So in addition to that, you're gonna have a few closing costs. So I would say maybe another $10,000 in closing costs. Bring it to around $35,000 in total. So for $35,000 in total, you can buy a $700,000 place. Now, if that property appreciates in a moderately good appreciation percentage throughout that year, say on average, you're gonna stay there a couple years, and it may go down 1 year, it may go up 1 year, but on average, you're getting a moderate 3% increase year over year. Now that's a $21,000 increase on a $700,000 place. So you've almost made your money back in the first year if it goes up 3%. The leverage is you putting down that small amount and the whole asset itself going up that 3%. Now, for instance, this past year, which has gone up 11% on average since the pandemic started, well, that's a different story. That's a $77,000 increase. So now on your $35,000 full in investment, you've made $77,000 with an 11% increase, which has happened with home sales surging in most places this past year. In certain areas, like Scottsdale, Arizona, take for instance, where it surged $47,000 or 47% in a year, that you're looking at an increase of about $300,000 on a $700,000 purchase. You're basically 10xing your money in 1 year. Okay, so the number 2 reason why real estate is one of the best investments. It's an actual physical asset. So unlike Bitcoin, which has a lot of good qualities, and they compare it to being like digital gold, or like stocks, you're still not really owning a physical asset other than something that's basically digital online. In stocks, you're owning shares of a company, which is a small percentage, but it's still reliant on someone else producing money and making that business run so that you can keep your asset. In regards to real estate, it's an actual physical asset that's tangible. You can touch it, you can have it, it provides shelter. So that is a huge plus in real estate instead of some other investments out there.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Okay, so the number 3 reason of why real estate is one of the best investments, and it goes right in relation of what I was just talking about, is shelter. So in order for humans to live, they need one of the 3 basic principles: food, water, and shelter. So it provides shelter, and unless human beings are going to end up like Kevin Costner in Waterworld, or Elon Musk is going to colonize some planet in outer space, Mars, and be able to get us there sooner and faster than we can now, we're going to have this one world to live in, and we're going to all need land, and we're going to all need shelter in it. So they're not making any more of that, and that provides shelter, and that is what real estate provides. You're one of 3 basic human essential needs to survive. Okay, so the number 4 reason why real estate is one of the best investments is it's an actual money generating asset. So for instance, if you buy it maybe as your primary residence, you say you buy a $700,000 house to live in, and you live in it. Now, I've always said to people, if the rental can sustain what you're paying monthly, say for instance that you buy this $700,000 place and your monthly payment is about $4,000 or $4,500 on this property. But if you were to rent this property out, you could cover it, your monthly mortgage, and then some possibly. If that's the case, no matter really what you buy, if you can cover your monthly payment and then some, ideally, it's a good investment because you're basically covering what you owe every month, and you're gaining that equity from the person paying down the principal on the asset, as well as gaining the benefits of owning that asset to appreciate over time. You're just being able to money generate. It's almost like owning a business that generates money for you. So it's a money generating asset, and that's another reason why real estate is one of the best investments. Okay, last but not least, number 5. Real estate is a huge tax write-off. So there are many ways that you can write off a portion of your taxes and your income tax at the end of the year by using real estate. So one of the ways is mortgage interest. Mortgage interest, now at the beginning of your payments, on an amortized schedule, the beginning of your payments for a 30-year mortgage, you're going to be paying the majority in just mortgage interest. And then as time goes on and you're paying down your principal, the mortgage interest lessens, and the principal is what you're majorly paying down towards the end of the line. In the beginning, you're mainly having a lot of interest payments, so that is a tax write-off. Now, also with depreciation, year over year, you're able to write off a portion of that asset just for depreciation. There's a standard deviation of depreciation in real estate, and you're able to use that. Also, for any taxes you have, up to a certain point, you're able to write off your taxes at the end of the year as well, and the portions of the money you pay for taxes, as well as any improvements that you do to the property, you're able to write off a portion of those as well. So it's a big tax. Real estate has tons of tax benefits, and it's one of the main reasons why a lot of people that do end up making a lot of money in income actually have to start buying property so that they don't just give it away to Uncle Sam, because he will take everything if you do not have something that you can write off. You will pay an exorbitant amount of taxes. All right, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go below, get some affiliate links for free stocks and for free crypto. Check those out, especially BlockFi, because I'm a big proponent of BlockFi. BlockFi allows you to earn interest on your crypto assets, so check that out as well. I know we went over real estate in this video, but I'm a big believer in diversifying amongst all industries, so check that out as well. Guys, if you have not done so already, just smash the like button. I would appreciate it greatly. Subscribe if you have not done so, and thank you very much. I will see you next week.